How's it going, y'all? Back here with a new damn video. Let's get right down to it. Eagles versus Redskins. Week 15. Now, look. We're just looking at it, right? And that's all I got to say is, I don't know what's going to happen. Coming off that big, win. Oh, man, big win against the Giants. Even though we shouldn't have been down by that much, but the team was sleeping half the game, and the offense lost Lane Johnson, and yada, 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 yada. But let's get down to this game, though. We go into this game. Alshon Jeffrey, of course, is out for the season, as we know. After seeing that injury, I thought his Achilles got blown out, but actually it was something with his foot, his ankle, whatever. Aguilar, I don't think he's going to play this game. I'm not sure, but the way it looks, it's going to be Greg Ward at wide receiver, Greg Ward, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, and it's going to be Robert Davis, a guy who was a 6th-round pick in 2017 for the Washington Redskins, who we just picked up this week. Literally picked him up, signed him, and he's going to be starting. And our 4th wide receiver, if we do need, rotate guys, will be Joshua Perkins, who is a tight end, converted now to wide receiver because that's how bad our wide receiving position has been. That's how much injuries we have to that position. But going into it will be J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Greg Ward, and Robert Davis. Now, Robert Davis, I'll tell you this, though. Robert Davis was 6 foot, what is he, 6'3", 6'4"? Ran about a 4.4. Seems pretty fast. I watched a little bit of him with the Redskins. He only played like 3 games. But I watched some of his preseason. I watched his college things. He looks decent, but we'll see. And I watched some of him in practice with the Eagles. It looks like his feet are real quick. His footwork's good, but we'll see what he does in a game. Maybe he has something to prove. And you know what? This might be something that's actually good for us. Since, right now we're in maybe playoffs, maybe not. Same thing goes for Dallas. And either one of our teams make it, we have a slim shot of winning anything. Maybe win a game. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. But all I got to say is this. You have him and Greg Ward. Now, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is going to be on this team next year. Of course, he was a 2nd-round pick last year, one of our top picks. This year's draft, basically, but now next year's. Okay, you get what I'm saying. For 2nd-round pick, rookie this year, who's going to make the team next year. I don't think Nelson Aguilar will be back, and in the way it's looking and the way I feel, Alshon Jeffrey will not be back, even though it's a big cap hit. We'll see what they do with it, if they tell him to take a pay cut, or if they want to keep him, or if they just cut him, or if they trade him somehow for even the lowest pick, they take on his cap. I don't know what will happen. That's later on, but all I'm saying is this. Greg Ward will definitely still be on the team. That's just my opinion, just because he's been on the team for 2 years now on the practice squad, and Carson Wentz has been a big supporter of his. If you remember back watching the preseason games, one of the commentary guys on commentary of the game was saying how Carson Wentz, I interviewed Carson Wentz this week, and he was saying how Greg Ward is one of those guys who I like a lot, blah, 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 blah. I see potential in him, blah, blah. And that's why you see a lot of balls going to him when Wentz does throw to the wide receivers, when Ertz is not there or Goddard's not there to get the ball. But yeah, so Greg Ward will probably be the guy who next year will have a 4th spot. But if Robert Davis starts showing up for these next few weeks, if they keep him out there, if Aguilar or someone comes back from injury and they just say, Robert Davis, sit your ass down. But if Robert Davis shows up this game, maybe a few games, he's going to have a roster spot next year as a 4th string or whatever they decide to do. But all I'm saying is these guys are out to prove something. Boston Scott is also out there to prove something this week. He did great against the Giants. He had his moments of shakiness, whatever. But as they said, when he went against the Buffalo Bills, his first start or his first, his punt return, whatever, he didn't get told he was going to do punt return until game time. Literally, before the game, you're going to do a punt return. And he fumbled. Then against the Patriots going into it after the bye week, he said, I will be prepared. He played solid. He had the fumble, but then kind of went on a bounce on kick return. But as a running back, he played solid in that game. But this game, he had his opportunity. Miles Sanders, something happened to him, so you know what, Boston, I get out there, and he had a 129 yards and a touchdown. So he kind of showed himself, kind of showed his ass, kind of showed himself out, But so today, Sunday's game is going to be Robert Davis, Greg Ward, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside at wide receiver. Possibly not Lane Johnson. He's day-to-day with a high ankle sprain. I don't think he's going to play unless he's going to tape it up and tough it out, which might even lead to a worse injury. So I don't know what I want to do with that, because if you do make the playoffs, which is still slim and none, even beating this Redskins team is slim and none, but still. What I'm saying is, yeah. So you got those, but you go into running back, you have Miles Sanders and Bolson Scott. This would be a great time for Jordan Howard to come back, and they kept saying he had a stinger. You guys remember a stinger? Oh, he has a stinger. This was after the Bears game in the bye week. I don't know where he got hurt. Just did not practice. Did not practice for the Patriots game. Missed the Patriots game. Missed the Miami game. Sorry, missed the Patriots game, Seattle game, Miami game, Giants game, plus a bye week. That's about almost 5 games if you include a bye week, which is not even a game, but still. 5 weeks he has not played at all. It's worse than a stinger, okay? And they're just not telling us what it is. They said he was limited in practice earlier on this week, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever it was. They got their practice report. We'll see what happens. He probably will not play this game, Jordan Howard, the way it's looking. I just don't think he will. I would love for him to, because he will slam this ball down the Redskins' throat. You have him slamming it, and then you got Miles Sanders coming in, like I said, doing the shifty motioning things and blah, blah. We need him bad, especially for this run. If you want to go against Dallas next and, this Redskins team too, who's been playing pretty solid on Dwayne Haskins. I'm not saying he's playing the best, Dwayne Haskins, but I'm just saying, they've been kind of picking up a little few wins here and there, and then, losing close games. Like the Packers game, they lose? 20-15 or 21-15, but then again, it was like maybe garbage time TDs. I didn't watch the full game, but that's why total scores don't tell you the actual truth of games. But still, they've been, and week 1, they got on us. And I do look back and say, you know what, week 1, none of our starters on offense played a single snap in preseason. Wentz hasn't played a game since week 10 of that season. That's week 10 of last season. So week 10 plus no preseason, plus no nothing going into week 1. Everyone was just rusty and just whatever. And then second half, we killed it. But Terry McGloin, Scary Terry, they call him, the wide receiver for the Redskins at Ohio State, rookie. He's a beast. Great hands, speed. He killed us week 1 with, I think, a bomb. He had a bomb and a few catches, maybe 2 bombs. I can't remember, but yeah, he's no joke. I don't know how we're going to cover him. We'll see, but all I know is the Washington Redskins offensive line is not good. Even week 1, it was not good, but this might be even worse now. So we need to really attack it. It's probably, this offensive line that the Redskins have is worse than the offensive line that the Giants have. You need to attack it. Defensive line needs a feast to get after Dwayne Haskins. He's more of a statue than a quarterback, like the Wilson we faced, or whatever. You know what I mean? He's more of a he's even more of a statue than a Daniel Jones. Like he could run. He's a little athletic, but he's more of a drop back, big arm passer. Big arm. I see future in that kid. He's just right now under a bad situation with an interim head coach. Head coach got fired midseason. Wasn't even the starter. Wasn't even nothing. He was the 3rd string guy, damn near 4th string guy. But he's been doing his thing a little bit. It's a rivalry game, though. Anything can happen. So, let's go Birds, flag was fly. That's basically it. But if we somehow get an alert that Jordan Howard's going to play this game, I'm not saying he's the biggest factor in this, but with Lane Johnson possibly not playing, the Eagles are going to need as much run as they can. Not try to do what they did against Miami, which was we're up 21 or whatever. We know they're a trash team. Let's just start pounding. Let's just start running, pass, and try to get like 55 points on them, then run the ball. No, dude. This is still a professional football team, and this is a rivalry game. You don't do that. You're going to go out there, maybe get a touchdown, or maybe 2 touchdowns. After that, and if your defense is still playing solid the way it's been for a few games, then you know what you do? You run the ball. It's that simple. We'll see. I don't know. I'm a little scattered about this game just because I said the Redskins have been playing a little decent. I'm gonna go back and watch some of their games. I'm just gonna watch some of their films, some of their games, and whatever, and see what I see. But from right now, I think we should win the game. Do we win it? I don't know. That's all I'm going to say. Go Birds, flag was fly. Comment below on your thoughts. Do you think we pull out with it? Do you think we lose? And do you think the Dallas loses and we're both 6-8 or whatever the hell, and then we meet each other week 16, and then it comes down to week 16 win, so we're tied. And then we have to verse our guy, whatever. We'll see what happens. Go Birds, flag was fly. We're right now on the Redskins. I'm not moving on to Dallas yet until we get this game out the way and see what happens. Go Birds.